Hello again, and thank you for joining me on your mat today for a Pilates class. Go ahead and lie all the way down with your head resting on the floor. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Knees bent, and make sure that your knees are facing straight up to the sky. Take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. And again, take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, and see if you can expand your rib cage wide into the backs of the lungs. And then as you exhale, allow the chest to melt, allow the shoulders to melt, the neck and the jaw. Do that one more time. Deep breath, inhale, expanding. And as you exhale, relax the chest, relax the ribs, relax the shoulders. Now go ahead and place your hands right at your low belly. Take another deep breath, inhale, expanding the rib cage wide. And as you exhale, start to contract the abdominals, start to contract the belly. Do that again. Deep inhale, expanding the rib cage wide to the sides. As you exhale, feel the chest melt down, feel the ribs knit, and feel the belly pull in tightly down away from your hands. One last time like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, melting the chest, melting the ribs, and knitting the belly nice and tight. Now on your next exhale, so let's prepare with an inhale. On your next exhale, pull the navel tight to the spine and gently imprint your low back to the floor. Relax the legs, relax your glutes, come back to neutral. And remember, neutral is when you have that small space underneath your low back. Let's do that again. Exhale, the belly pulls down, the ribs knit, the chest melts down, the low back is gently stretching to the floor. Your legs are relaxed, you're not pushing into your feet. And inhale, release back to neutral. One more time like that. Exhale, melt the chest, melt the ribs, pull the belly button to the spine, lengthening your low back to the floor. Now hold there. I want you to start to roll your hips up away from the floor just an inch, just tucking the tail tiny bit, rolling up, and then roll through the lumbar spine down and all the way back to neutral. So we're just articulating through the lumbar spine. Let's do that again. Scoop the belly tight to the spine, tucking the tail. Belly pulls in tight as you just roll your tailbone up. Feel the stretch in that low back, kind of like a hammock. And then exhale, slowly roll through the low back all the way back down to neutral. One last time. Exhale, the chest melts, the ribs melt, the belly pulls down. As you roll up, keep the ribs and the chest relaxed down. So we're not popping up in our upper body. Stay for an inhale, and then exhale, just melt and roll through the lumbar spine all the way back down to a neutral position. Now go ahead and take your middle fingers and place them right on your hip bones, and take your thumbs and place them on your ribs, the bottom rib cage. So stay here for an inhale. Exhale, let's go back to imprinting our low back to the mat and feel how your hip bones roll closer to your rib bones. And then as you inhale to release back to neutral, feel how you lengthen the waistline. Do that again. Exhale, the waistline pulls in, your hips gently roll towards your ribs melt down towards your hips, your low back is gently stretching to the floor, and then you inhale, release, and lengthen. Feel that length that you're creating in the waist. One last time. Exhale, scooping the belly, tucking the tail, getting a little stretch of that low back. Feel how close your hips are to your ribs. We're not jamming. Remember, it's never a jamming of the back. Now stay in that position. Your hands are still where they're at. Fingertips on your hips, thumbs on your ribs. Let's start to roll the hips up again, just halfway, just a little bit. And notice how your hips maybe come a little closer to your rib cage. And then on your next exhale, melt the spine down and feel how your hip bones pull and stretch away from your ribs. You create that little arch underneath your low back, creating that neutral position. Do that 2 more times. Scoop the belly down to the spine. Feel the abdominals tighten to do this work as you roll up just a couple inches. Stay there for an inhale. Exhale, slowly roll down, and I want you to feel in your own body how you're stretching the pelvis, the front of the hips, away from the front of the ribs. One last time. Exhale, low belly pulls in. Can you do this with your abdominals contracting? It's not about jamming your back into the mat. It's not about pressing into your feet. Stay at the top. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly articulate down and feel how your pelvis stretches away from your rib cage. Good. Now stay there. Reach both arms up to the sky. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, curling the upper body up. Just a small ab prep, gazing right over your knees. And then inhale to slowly articulate back down. Now think of your rib cage here. As you exhale, nod the chin to curl up. Feel the front of your ribs slide down and towards your hip bones. And then slowly come all the way back down. Inhaling. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Feel the ribs knit together and down. Feel them pull in, down toward the center of your body. And inhale to come all the way back down with your head. One last time. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Just bring your mind to the front of your ribs. Feel how the front of the ribs close and they pull down to curl you up. And then come all the way back down and rest. Arms come down. Just roll your head to the right and roll your head to the left. Give yourself a big shoulder roll. Place your hands back where they were on your hip bones and on your ribs. So fingertips or middle fingers on your hips, thumbs on your rib cage. Walk your feet a little bit closer into your body. We're gonna roll up a little bit higher now with our pelvis this time. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly. Feel the abdominals pull in first towards the mat. You start to roll the hips up. Notice how your hip bones get closer to your rib bones. Keep rolling up one vertebra at a time. It's nothing fast. As you get to the top, you'll feel how the hips are gonna again pull away from the ribs. So you're in a neutral position with that lumbar spine, right? So you have space in your waist. And to get more space, let's stand into our heels and pull our bodies towards our kneecaps. So we're trying to stretch the waist long. Stay there for an inhale. As you exhale, start to melt the chest down first. Start to melt the ribs down. Feel how your rib cage pulls closer to your hips. Your hips start to pull closer to your ribs as you roll through that low back. And then when you come all the way down to neutral, feel how your hips roll away from your ribs. Inhale to hold 2 more times. Exhale, tuck the tail, scooping the belly. Feel the hips rolling into the ribs, scooping the belly to roll all the way up. You'll notice when you get to the very top, your hips start to pull away from your ribs. Now be careful here that you're not popping your rib cage up. You're not popping the chest up. The ribs are staying knit. That means your abdominals are staying on. Stay there for an inhale. Exhale, can you melt the chest down, melt the ribs down, rolling through the middle back, rolling through the low back. Feel the distance between the hips and the ribs. As you roll all the way down, the hips roll away. One last time, inhale to hold. Exhale, scooping the belly, rolling through the low back, rolling those hips all the way up. Keep the rib cage knit. As your hips pull away, you're gonna feel the lengthening, the stretch in your waistline. Stay at the top, take a deep breath, inhale, expanding into the back and sides of the ribs. Exhale, melt the chest down from your chin, relaxing the shoulders, melt the ribs down. Slowly articulating through, reaching to the low back, to the pelvis, and all the way to your tailbone. Feel the neutral spine, feel that length that you've just created in your waist. Now go ahead and place your hands on your ribs. Take another deep inhale. And then as you exhale, see if you can melt the ribs together and down and feel how that pulls and melts the chest down and how that pulls and melts your shoulder blades down. One more time, deep breath, inhale, expanding. And as you exhale, feel the front of the ribs pull together and down, and notice how your abdominal muscles have to do the work. Notice how the chest melts down and the shoulders melt down. Now, can you do that in your curl? So reach the arms up to the sky. Inhaling to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, curl up. Can you melt the chest and melt the ribs to get you a little bit higher into your curl? So you're actually curling the spine versus just the neck. Inhale, come all the way back down. Do that again, and I want you to think of this. The front of your rib cage is gonna pull down and up to your heart. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Feel the front of the rib cage close. Feel the front of the rib cage pull into your body and up to your heart, and see if that gets you any more length in your curl. And then inhale to come all the way down. One more time, nod the chin to the chest. Curling up, feel the front of the ribs knit. Feel the belly pull in tight. Inhale to come all the way back down. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Let's turn your palms to face each other. Open the arms all the way out to the sides to a T. And once you're out there, let's just twist the knees over to your left. Look over the right shoulder. Just take a nice little low back stretch. And then come to center with your knees. Knees go over to the right as you look over to the left. And then go ahead and come back to center with your knees. Now I want you to take your hands and place them right underneath your low back and feel the distance now between the back of your rib cage and the back of your pelvis. That's what we want to get to lengthen. So many times we're tight in the low back. We're using more of our low back muscles than we are the core, the front of the belly, the abdominals. So our goal in Pilates is to get that low back to release on most of us, to stretch and get to the abdominal muscles to do the supportive work, right? So when we come up into our curl, yes, you're going to be using your abdominal muscles, but now think about, can you get the low back to lengthen? So you felt how it lengthened in the bridge, right, when we were rolling up. Can you get that same lengthening effect when you come into your curl? So let's reach those arms up. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. You're going to curl back up. The goal is to get the front of the ribs to pull to the back, to pull to the spine. As you curl up, can you create that space between the back of your ribs and the back of your hips? And then roll all the way back down. Just bring your mind there. It takes a little bit of time. Inhale to hold. Exhale, the belly button is pulling down to the spine. You're curling up and over the front of the ribs. And come all the way back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Curling up, rounding through the spine. Scooping the belly. Curling up and over the rib cage. And all the way back down. So let's demonstrate that. Place your hands behind your head. I'm going to show you the wrong way. A lot of times we get into classes and we put our hands behind our head and we open our elbows as wide as we can. So if you do that, if your elbows are open to the mat, you'll feel how your chest automatically kind of extends and pops up, or I should say your back extends and your chest pops up. You're opened up here, right? Which is a nice stretch, which is good to do if you're trying to stretch the chest. But now to come up into your curl with your elbows open as wide as you can, let's just try it and you feel in your own body how that feels. Stay for an inhale. Keep your elbows open as wide as they can be. Nod the chin to the chest and curl up. And notice, I notice in my body, I feel like I'm stuck, like I'm an extra 10 pounds trying to curl my head, neck, and shoulders up. And then come all the way down. Now here, this time, let's lift your elbows up just 2 or 3 inches off of the floor. And can you sink and melt the chest down? So you should feel the space, or you should get rid of the space between your shoulder blades on the floor. So feel the chest and the ribs push down into the floor gently, like you're imprinting your upper and middle back into the floor. Glide your shoulders down. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Can you melt the chest to the spine, melt the ribs to the spine, and curl it back up without pulling on your head and neck? You should be able to curl up a little higher. Much more efficient. And then come all the way back down. At least in my body, it feels like that. Inhale to hold. Let's do that again. Nod the chin to the chest. Melt the chest down. Melt the ribs down. Curling it up. Curling up and over the rib cage. And inhale all the way back down. Just one more time. Exhale, the chin tucks gently to the chest. Chest melts down from the chin. Ribs melt down to the spine. You curl up. You should feel that length that you're creating in the lumbar spine as you curl up. And then you come all the way back down and rest. So remember that for when we do our other ab series in Pilates, or any class for that matter. Open your arms out to a T. Scoop the belly. Draw the knees over to your left. Look over to the right shoulder and stretch. And then come back to center. Draw your knees to the right. Look over your left shoulder and stretch. And go ahead and come back to center. Let's lift our arms all the way up to the sky. Pull the chest down to the spine. Pull the shoulders back to the mat. Scoop the belly so your low back is reaching towards the floor. Lift the right leg to tabletop. And lift the left leg to tabletop. Holding there for an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Curl up. Can you keep your legs just at tabletop as you curl up and over? Now here's the goal. Your low back should be touching the floor right now, or very close to it. Can you keep the low back there as you slowly articulate down? The way down should be just as challenging as the way up. You want to keep your low back nice and supported. Inhale to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Curl it up, scooping the belly in tight. Low back stays towards the floor. Even as you come down, keep the belly tight. Never releasing the abdominals. Keeping the ribs nice and knit. One more time. Inhale to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Scoop and curl it up. And then inhale to come all the way back down. One vertebra at a time. Set your right foot down. Set your left foot down. Rest the arms down. Inhaling to hold. We're going to roll our hips back up into a bridge to open up the pelvis. Come all the way up. Once you get to the top, stay there, take a breath, inhale. Can you expand the rib cage wide? Can you expand the rib cage to the back? And then exhale, feel like somebody's walking down your chest. All the way down your rib cage, towards the low back, and to the pelvis. One more time, inhale to hold. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, rolling your hips all the way up. When you're at the top, stay there for an inhale. And then exhale, melt the chest from the chin. Relax the shoulders. Feel the back of the ribs roll down. Feel the low back roll down, down to your pelvis and down to your tail. Reach both arms back up to the sky. Inhale to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, curl up. Remember everything we just learned. Can you bring your hands to the back of your thighs? Now right here, your elbows are softly bent to the sides of the room. I want you to melt the chest, melt the ribs. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows and curl up 1 more inch. Find that C-shaped curve. Stay there, reach your right arm out. Stay in that curl, reach your left arm out. And come all the way down 1 vertebra at a time with control. Inhaling to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Remember, melt the chest, melt the ribs, curl it up. You're gonna hold on to the back of your thighs. Soften your elbows, shoulders down, stay for an inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly tighter, curl up 1 more inch if you got it. Stay there, stay in that curl, reach the left arm out. Reach the right arm out, here's that hard part, and slowly roll all the way down, don't give up. Inhaling when you're down there. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, melt the ribs, rolling up, scooping the belly, holding on to the backs of the thighs. Now can you breathe into the back of the ribs? Feel like you have 2 balloons in the back of the rib cage and you're trying to blow them up with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly, curl it up a little higher because you can. Now reach that right arm out, reach the left arm out, check in with your shoulders, relax them down, and slowly articulate. Don't just fall down. Take your time all the way down because you just have 1 left. We don't do too many reps in Pilates, which is a good thing. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, curl it up, scooping the belly. Don't forget about all those good principles. Bend your elbows a little bit. Inhale into the back of the ribs, expand. Exhale, scoop the belly, curl up a little bit more. Stay in that curl, reach your left arm out. Reach the right arm out, hold there, and then slowly with control, walk down your spine until the shoulders and head comes all the way down, and relax your arms down by your sides. Give yourself a big shoulder roll. Releasing your neck, just roll from side to side. We're gonna keep your head down for a little bit. I know it gets hard with the neck if we're not used to doing all this ab work. Let's place our hands on our low belly. Scoop the belly down from your hands, imprinting your low back. Now when you did that, check in with your body. Did your ribs pop up or your chest pop up? Or shoulders for that matter. So go ahead and scoop the belly. Can you melt the ribs, melt the chest, and melt the shoulders? Now hold that connection and lift your right leg to tabletop. Scooping the belly, hold that connection, lift the left leg to tabletop. Did you lose your imprint? If you lost your imprint, set the left foot back down. Keep your hands at the belly, hold for an inhale. Exhale, reaching the right leg away. Inhale, bending the right knee back in. Do that again. Exhale, scoop the belly down to reach the right leg away. Inhale to bend in. Nice and slow. It's a very easy movement, right? Moving the leg in and out is not very hard. But I want you to go slow and think about the core. The longer the leg stretches, the more the belly has to pull in to stabilize. Inhale, let's do 2 more. Exhale, scoop the belly, knit the ribs. So we tend to take the coordination down in Pilates, especially when we're first beginning, so that you can really get into learning the new habit of contracting your core before your arms and legs move. So let's start real simple and just focus on your torso, focus on the core. Now go ahead and set the right foot down. Release back into neutral. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, scoop the belly, imprint your low back. Lift the left leg to tabletop. Now hold there. Feel your hands on your low belly. Hands kind of feel the rib cage as well. Can you keep all that knit and lift the right leg as well? Hold that. So just notice what happened. Did your back pop? Did your belly pop? Ribs or chest? Shoulders? Pull them all down. Relax. Lengthen the back of the neck. Now let's set your right foot back down. Hold that left leg at tabletop. Hold the belly tight. Stretch the left leg away. Exhaling. Inhale to bend the knee back in. Take your time. Exhale, scoop the belly down as you reach the leg away. Inhale to bend in. I know it's a simple exercise. The coordination is, but I really want you to dig into your core. So each time that you reach that leg away, feel like somebody's going to push right down on your belly, belly button to the spine. Inhale to bend. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, scooping the belly tight to the spine as you reach. Inhale to bend. Can you knit the rib cage? Exhale, just like a girdle wrapping around the waist as you reach. And inhale to bend. Set your left foot down and then release back to neutral. And remember, feel that neutral, that space that you're creating between your ribs and your hips. You're creating that space in your waist. Inhaling to hold. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, imprint your low back. Again, check in. You're not jamming the back. You're not pushing into your feet. It's about the core engaging. Lift the right leg to tabletop. Scoop the belly, lift the left leg to tabletop. Check in with your body. Did you lose your imprint? If you did, set your left foot back down. If you're good with both legs at tabletop, let's just hold them there. Shoulders relax. Exhale, reach the right leg away. Inhale, bend the right knee back in. We're going to stay on that right side for those of you who have to keep the left foot down, right? So just stay on that right leg and inhale to bend it in. 3 more times. Exhale, scoop the belly to reach away. Inhale to bend in. 2 more times. Exhale, scoop the belly to reach away. Inhale to bend in. 1 more time. Exhale, navel pulls the spine to reach away. Inhale to bend in. Now stay in your imprint. Set your left foot down if it's not already, and set your right foot down and release your spine back to neutral. Hold for an inhale. We're going to go to the other side. Exhale, tuck the tail, imprint your low back. Lift the right leg to tabletop. Pull the belly tighter, knit the ribs tighter, lift the left leg to tabletop. If you lost your low back, if you're starting to lose the core, set the right foot down and just do the left leg, exhaling to reach. If you're fine with both legs at tabletop, let's try it. Just the left leg is reaching, so for those of you who need to keep the right foot down, that's completely fine. Relax the shoulders, melt the chest, melt the ribs. Now as you're here, if you're finding when you reach the leg, your belly pops up, I want you to reach the leg a little bit higher to the sky then, right? That will help you maintain and hold your imprint position. If you're finding this to be really easy and you're not feeling the abs as much as you would want to, you're going to reach the leg lower, but just be sure that that didn't pop your low back off the floor or pop your belly up or your chest. So you find a good spot for you. We're just going to do 1 more. Exhale, scooping the belly to reach. And inhaling back in. Set your right foot down, set your left foot down, release back to neutral. So we're going to add on to that exercise. If you're getting sore in the neck or shoulders, have any tension, feel free to set your head down or to set 1 foot down. That's always a great option depending on where you're at, even for each day. It's always different, right? So hands come to your low belly, scoop, imprinting your spine. Let's lift the right leg to tabletop and lift the left leg to tabletop. Let's reach both arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Remember how we do the curl. You curl up by melting the ribs, melting the chest. You're going to hug that right knee into your chest, reach the left leg away. Now from here, can you stay in your curl and just switch legs? We're not going to go fast because I want you to think form. And exhale to switch. Can you keep your low back to the mat? And when you're doing this, your elbows are softly bent to the sides of the room. Your shoulders are relaxed down. You're not holding up because of your hands, you're holding up because of your abdominals, holding you in that curl. Now as you're here, your eyesight is at your thighs. We're not looking to the sky. If you are gazing at the ceiling and you're not able to come up high enough in your curl to look at your thighs, then set your head down and do this with your head on the floor. We're holding our imprint wherever you are at, whether your head is up in your curl or you're down on the mat. We have 4, exhale, switch 3, curling up and over the ribs, 2, and last 1. Hug both knees in, rest your head down, and roll your knees from side to side. So a good option if you repeat this video and you know that you're not ready for the curl yet, or maybe you just want to do the curl halfway through and set your head down, then you're going to place your hands at your low belly and just do the legs, right? Your goal is to keep your imprint. So if your back is popping up, you're going to reach your legs a little higher to the ceiling just to keep that imprint. So know that this is always an option for you for the single leg stretch. Hugging both knees in, stay for an inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. You're going to curl the upper body up. Now from here, put your hands behind your thighs. Flex your feet, elbows softly bent to the sides of the room. Press the heels away. Bring your legs more to a 90-degree tabletop and feel how that rocks you up a little bit higher. Can you scoop the belly out a little bit more like an ice cream scoop? Shoulders relax down. Now hold that curl. Reach the right arm up. Reach the left arm up. Are you still in that curl? And then grab onto the knees and bring yourself all the way back down. Kind of pulling those knees into your chest like a little ball. Inhale to hold your hands. We're just going to keep them on the back of your thighs now. Exhale, tuck the chin first and curl to your knees to your nose. Now from there, you're going to press your feet away. Find that 90-degree position with your legs, scooping the belly as you do so. It curls you up a little higher. Now reach the left arm out. Can you stay in that curl? Scoop the belly tight. Reach the right arm out. Are you still in that curl? And then hold on to the thighs and come all the way back down. Now we're going to add on to that Inhaling to hold. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, curl up into that tiny ball. Scoop the belly down, press through the feet. Find that 90-degree position with your legs. Now hold that curl. Elbows are bent to the sides, shoulders are relaxed down, your neck is long, you're looking right at your thighs. Scoop the belly. You're gonna lift the right arm up to the ceiling and the right leg out. Are you still in the curl? And then pull back in. Let's do the other side. Left arm, left leg. Are you still in the curl? And pull back in. So we're using a little bit of the arm that's holding on to the thigh, but your elbow stays soft and your shoulder stays down from your ear so that you don't tense up in the neck. Exhale, scooping the belly, reach 4. And back in. Are you still in that curl? Exhale, scoop the belly, reach 3. And back in. We have one more each side. Stick with me if you can. One more time. Scoop the belly down as you reach. And hug the knees all the way back in. Rest your head. Roll from side to side. We have one more abdominal exercise before we stretch. So your option is to stick with the single arm, single leg that we just did. You can also do that with your head down, right? You can just reach with your head and shoulders down, feeling the belly pull in. That's a great option for you. Otherwise, we're gonna add on to that. So if you want the challenge, definitely watch me or pick your poison. So hug those knees in, tuck the chin to the chest, round up into that tiny little ball. Now from here, flex your feet, scoop the belly, press the legs away. We're gonna start the same way as before. So it curls you up a little bit higher. Feel the low back to the floor. Now from here, both arms and both legs are gonna reach away. This is double leg stretch. And then circle the arms around and pull those knees back in. Do that again. We're only doing 3 more. You inhale to reach. Exhale, scoop the belly to pull in. Just 2 more. Inhale, scoop to reach. Exhale, the belly pulls everything back to center. One more time, staying in that curl. Reach the arms, reach the legs. And exhale to pull back in. Rest your head, hug the knees in, and roll from side to side. So that was a little progression. Know that you can do any of those, right? With the head and shoulders down, one leg, one arm, or the full exercise, double leg stretch. Set your feet back down, arms come back down by your sides. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail. Let's roll up into a bridge just to stretch out our hips. Lifting all the way up. So just stay here for a little bit. Shoulders relax down, feel the chest open. Engaging your glutes, standing into your heels. Ribs are knit. Take a deep breath, inhale, expanding into the lungs. Stay here, exhale, just pull the waistline in. One more time, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, knit the ribs. And start to roll down one vertebra at a time. All the way down to your tailbone. Reach the right leg long, reach the left leg long, reach both arms all the way back overhead. I have a ball in the way. And stay here and take a deep breath. Inhale, stretching through the toes, stretching through the fingertips, and relax as you exhale. Do that one more time, deep breath. Inhale, stretching through the toes, stretching through the fingertips, and exhale. Nice job, you guys. I know that was a lot of ab work, but it wasn't, I gave you modifications, so feel free to redo this video until you feel comfortable with holding your curl up for that amount of time, and it will come, so no worries. If you feel it in the neck or if you feel tension in the shoulders, definitely go through some of my tutorials on how to breathe properly and how to do the curl properly with the breath, so that you release the muscles of the upper body and you get more into your abdominals for your curl. Thanks so much and have a great day.